Bonjour les élèves, so it's time for us to learn our next object pronoun. We've already learned our direct object pronouns, me, tu, nous, et vous, le, la, and les. We've learned the indirect object pronouns, me, tu, nous, et vous, lui, and leur. And now we're going to learn this pronoun, I, which you've already seen in the expression il y a, there is or there are. Now, I means there, so when you see it in a sentence, it should be translated in your head as there. And I is going to replace prepositions and a place, like a, which means to or at. Like à la piscine, if you didn't want to repeat that in a sentence, you could say I instead. Dans, which means in. Sur, which means on. En, which also means in, and then chez, which means at the house of. Chez will always be followed by a person or a pronoun. So when we don't want to replace dans la salle de classe, but we want to say there, we'll use I to replace both the preposition and the place. To show you an example. So this girl is saying, you're going to French class? Well, if we didn't want to say, yes, I'm going to French class, and repeat to French class, then we would say, oui, j'y vais. You can see we took out à la place de français and replaced it with I. So what you need to remember is that this is a pronoun. It's going to replace something. It replaces the place and the preposition that goes with it. And because it is an object pronoun, it goes in front of the verb that it replaces, just like what we did with our direct and indirect object pronouns. Now sometimes we have sentences where there's more than one verb. Like if she's saying, moi aussi j'adore y aller. Yeah, me too. I love to go there. We have a conjugated verb and an infinitive. When you have a conjugated verb and an infinitive, those object pronouns go in front of the infinitive, just like we've learned before. So if we don't want to say, yes, I love to go to French class, and instead we want to say, I love to go there, we'll use I to replace to French class, and we'll put it in front of the infinitive. So when there are two verbs, that word I goes in front of the infinitive. So basically we just have to remember, I means there, it replaces places and the preposition that goes with it, and when using it in sentences, it goes in front of the verb. Okay, that about does it. Au revoir les élèves.